Hello, boys and girls. Are you ready for another lesson? Great, because we're going to have a lot of fun today. We finally get to start multiplication. This is exciting. And you better put your seatbelts on because we have not one, but two lessons to go through today. I think you can handle it. Are you ready? Wait, I can't hear you. Are you ready for multiplication? All right, let's get started. Today we're going to count equal groups. And we're also going to relate addition with multiplication. So let's get started by unlocking the problem. Matchbox cars were invented in 1952. Tim has 6 Matchbox cars. Each car has 4 wheels. How many wheels are there in all? The first thing we need to do is we're going to use counters to model the equal groups. Let's see what equal groups are. Equal groups have the same number of objects in each group. Pretty simple. They're groups that are equal. Equal groups. I got this. This is good. I can do this. All right, so here's our story problem again. We have 6 Matchbox cars. Each car has 4 wheels. How many in all? Our first step is we need to draw 4 counters in each group. Step 2, we're going to skip count, which you did in 2nd grade, to find how many wheels in all. We're going to skip count by 4s until we say all 6 numbers. Here we go. Here are our numbered groups. We have one group of 4 already laid out for us. We have a second group of 4. I'm going to pull out our counters, and we're going to put our counters right here so that we have 4 in each group. I'll do this as quickly as I can. Don't worry if they're not in a straight line. If you have any toys or anything at home, you could pause this lesson and you could get your toys, or maybe you have some candies that you could do this with. It would be great for you to do this with me at home. So feel free to pause the lesson, grab some counters of some sort. They could be toys, candies, pencils, whatever you have, and maybe you can make these groups with me. That sounds like fun. Go for it. Okay, so now we have our groups of 4. We have 6 cars. So there's car 1, car 2, car 3, car 4, car 5, car 6. Each car has 4 tires, so each dot represents a tire. Now we're going to count by 4s. We're going to skip count by 4s to find out how many in all. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. So there are how many groups? That's right, 6 groups. There are 6 cars, which makes 6 groups. With how many wheels each? That's right, they're actual automobiles that have 4 wheels. Not 2, not 3, not 10, but 4. So there are how many wheels in all? 24. Good job, guys. You rock. All right, boys and girls, let's do another example. It asks us to count equal groups to find the total. We have Sam, Kyla, and Tia, and they each have 5 pennies. How many pennies do they have in all? How many pennies does each person have? That's right, they all have 5 pennies. How many equal groups of pennies are there? 3, because there are 3 students. So now we're going to draw 5 counters in each group. So if you have counters at home that you're using, like I said, it could be candy, it could be erasers, maybe pencils, toys, whatever it is. Make your 3 groups with 5 in each group. They have to be equal groups. Sing along with me. All right, well, almost finished. There we go. Now, there are how many groups of pennies? 3 equal groups of pennies. And how many fives are that? How many groups of 5? 3. So we have 3 groups of 5, 3 groups of 5 pennies. So we're going to skip count 5 fives. 5, 10. What is that? Why do you keep doing that? That's right. There are 15 pennies in all. 5, 10, 15. I think you guys got this. Let's try another one. All right, on this one, I want you to use your counters to complete the picture. Skip count to find how many wheels in all. So look at the picture. Look at the wheels. How many groups of 2 do we have? I heard you guys. There are 4 groups of 2. There's 2, 2, 2, 2. How many 2s does that make? 4 2s. Yep, there's 1 2, 2 2, 3 2, 4 2. 4 2s. So now we're going to skip by 2s 4 times. We have 2, 4. Count with me. Oh, I can't hear you. Say it again. 6, 8. So how many wheels are there in all, everybody? 8 wheels in all. Good job. One more. Can you do one more? Yes, I know you can. Count equal groups to find how many. Look at this first picture. How many equal groups do we have? 4 equal groups. How many are in each group? 3. That's right. So we have 4 groups of 3. How many in all, everybody? Thank you. 12. Look at this second one. How many equal groups are there? 1, 2, 3. That's right. There are 3 equal groups. Now, how many are in each of those groups? That's right. 7. So we have 3 equal groups of 7. How many are there in all? 14. Did you get 21? Good. That's what I got too. That is awesome, boys and girls. We're going to go on to our second lesson today called Relate Addition and Multiplication. Let's look at one way that we can relate multiplication with addition. Here is our story problem for today. Tamika needs 3 apples to make some apple cake. Each cake has the same number of apples. How many apples does Tamika need to make 4 cakes? Ooh, I hope she brings some to school. Yum, that sounds delicious. But how many apples is she going to need? Let's find out. We can use 4 circles to show or represent the 4 cakes. We can draw 3 counters in each circle to show the apples that Tamika needs for each cake. There's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 3 more. 1, 2, 3. So she's used 3 apples in each of the 4 cakes. We can find the number of counters in all. We can complete the addition sentence to solve that. 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. We're just going to add each cake together. This cake plus this cake plus this cake plus this cake equals how many apples in all? 12. Good job. So Tamika needs 12 apples to make 4 cakes. All right, but let's see how that goes with multiplication. When you combine equal groups, you can multiply to find how many in all. Let's look at this story problem. It's the same story problem we had before. Tamika needs 3 apples to make 1 cake. Each cake uses the same number of apples. How many apples does Tamika need to make these 4 cakes? Here's our 4 circles that represent the 4 cakes. Each cake has 3 apples in it, so we can think 4 groups of 3. Since there are the same number of counters in each circle, you can multiply to find how many in all. Multiplication is another way to find how many there are altogether in equal groups. This cannot be done if the groups are not equal. If this cake has 3 and this cake has 2 and this one has 4, those are not equal groups. We cannot multiply unless they are in equal groups. There are 4 groups of 3. So here we have 4 times 3 equals 12, or we can write it vertically like this. 3 times 4 equals 12. The factors are the 2 numbers or more that are multiplied. 4 is a factor, 3 is a factor. The product is the answer to a multiplication problem. When you see this times symbol, yes, it means times, but it also means groups of. So we can say this is 4 times 3, or we could say it is 4 groups of 3. Good, you guys are doing awesome with this lesson today. Now we're going to do another problem, writing the addition problem and the multiplication sentence for the model. Let's look at the model. Here it is. So we need to write the addition sentence first. How many are in each group? Yeah, that's right. There are 5 in each group. So we're going to put 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. And what does that equal, everybody? That's right, I heard you. 20. I hope your parents heard you because you are doing multiplication. Awesome job. But now we have the addition sentence, 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 20. What does our multiplication sentence look like? First, we put how many groups there are. How many groups are there? Good. There are 4 equal groups. So we put the 4 groups first because this sign can also say groups of. So we have 4 groups of how many? That's right, 5. So 4 times 5, or 4 groups of 5, equals what, everybody? You rock. Awesome sauce. 20. I am so proud of you. Let's look at this math talk real quickly. I want you to call your parents into this room right now. Pause the video, and I want you to use our accountable talk to talk about this math talk with them. Are you ready? Pause. All right. Do you have your parents in the room with you? Hi, Mom and Dad. Hi, Grandma, Grandpa, whoever's out there with you. Hi. They're going to talk to you about this math talk. Here's the question. How would you change this model so that you could write a multiplication sentence to match it? This is the model. How would you have to change this to make it a multiplication problem? All right, talk to your parent about it. All right, boys and girls, so what did you come up with? Tell me. Okay. I agree with that. I like that strategy. I'm not sure if that's the right strategy. Let's look at it together. This has 4. This has 3. We know that to multiply, we need to have equal groups. I heard some of you say, well, we need to add a 4th counter here, and then we could multiply 2 groups of 4. Good job. Raise your hand if you said that. You rock. Some of you also said that we need to take 1 away from here so that this would have 3 and this would have 3. Then we could multiply 2 times 3, 2 groups of 3. Raise your hand if you were one of them that said that one. Awesome. You guys are ready for multiplication. Go ahead and do your blog and your journal, please, and I will see you in class tomorrow.